Hey, what is up guys? Shady Wags with Got Your Back Gaming, and today was baby hatching day at the cave base. I had collected 2 fire wyvern eggs, 2 lightning, and 2 poison. And I already had collected the wyvern milk, and that's sitting in the preserving bin, ready to go. Plus I had the Argentavis egg from Tommy's bird Maverick and my bird Gypsy. This time with those wyvern eggs, I decided to try campfires as opposed to the standing torches to incubate them. This just did not work. I wasn't able to generate enough heat, so I ended up going back to the torches, but what I did discover is that setting them close to a fireplace does help, and after about an hour, I had 6 baby wyverns. I went ahead and imprinted each one, and then fed each one of them milk, and I knew from our prior hatching that since our server is set to 10 times maturity speed, it was only going to take around 2 hours for all of them to reach juvenile, and they would not need any more milk after that. Now, if you are on an official server, this is going to take much longer, and you're going to have to feed them more than 1 milk. Just do not let their food get to 0 or they will die. I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the description that does have a rough estimate of all hatching and maturity times for a server with default settings. Here is where disaster struck. Once the babies were juvenile, I went ahead and logged off thinking everything was going to be okay. All 6 babies were fine. But when I logged back on, 3 babies were gone. I searched everywhere for them, and they were just missing. Nothing. I couldn't find them anywhere. I checked the tribe log, and they had not died. They were just gone. They just went poof. They ceased to exist. And the reason is for this: don't imprint 2 wyverns of the same type with the same character. See, the 3 missing ones were the lower level fire, the lower level poison, and the lower level lightning. So 3 babies gone. And what really sucks is the other fire baby was a 134. And that was not the end of my issues. I decided to go ahead and hatch the Argentavis egg. I know egg hatching has been in the game for a while, but this is the first non-wyvern egg I have ever hatched. I set up a little pen made out of AC units to get the eggs to the correct temperature, and before you know it, they hatched, and I had twins. Now this was an absolute shock for me. I was not even aware this was even possible, but what was even more of a shock was how quickly these babies eat. I thought it was going to be more along the lines of the wyverns, and it is not. They were flying through the raw meat, and I was not prepared. I didn't have a good supply, and they both starved to death. Now, fortunately, I had another egg, but this time, before I hatched it, I prepared myself ahead of time. I stocked the fridge full of raw meat, and I also had a good supply of preserving salt. The second egg hatched, and again, identical twins. But this time, I was ready for them. I kept going back and forth between the 2, moving as much raw meat as I could into their inventory. As they continued maturing, they were able to store more and more food, and before long, I had a huge supply of meat on them, more than enough to get them to juvenile. At the end of the day, 3 baby wyverns had poofed into nothingness. I starved 2 babies, but in the end, I ended up with 5 new pretty awesome dinos. I hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, I really would appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.